He's really, really going to appreciate this. I'm going to nuke him right now before he's got any mana to buff them past 2. You can hear his dreams breaking through the computer. It's like a silhouette static feedback. There it is. Oh my gosh. Alright, hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we're looking at another original deck since neither Brawl nor Historic are out. It is a Jeskai deck, Kykar's Flame, or Kykar Wind's Fury, I suppose. And we are playing a little bit of a control burn, as I like to call it. A couple days ago, or last week, we made a Jeskai deck that focused around Kykar, and we were playing Wizards. It was the Wizard deck, actually. It was a Jeskai Wizard deck. And it had a little bit of bad synergy with Kykar, and I really liked Kykar, so I figured we should maybe hone in on it, focus a little bit, and expand, see what we could come up with. So the main focus of this deck is we're getting Kykar out, and we're casting our Revitalize, our Spell Pierces, our Shocks, our Flame Sweeps, Absorbs, Excellence Binding, Chemist's Insight, basically everything except for Elite Guard Mage and Chromatic Lantern. But we're casting all that. We're getting these spirits, the 1/1 spirits, that we can sacrifice to add a mountain. And we also have Smothering Tithy. So whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If he doesn't, we get a treasure. So this is going to basically stifle them backwards in mana or propel us forwards, either or. Both are fine. And with said extra mana via Kykar and Smothering Tithy, we will be casting either A, Chandra, Awakened Inferno, ideally ahead of curve, or we have the option of Banefire and Electro Dominance. Sometimes I like Electro Dominance because we can cast this for 6, deal 6 damage, throw Chandra out, and put a +2 token on, which is great. But it doesn't always work that way, and the Banefire is great just because it can't be prevented, right? So worst comes the worst. We light up a Banefire. I think the other day in the Discord I shared one. I did 36 damage, which is great. When we break the deck down card by card, though, we have 3 Spell Pierce, 2 Shocks, 3 Revitalize, 2 Flame Sweeps, 4 Absorbs, 2 Chromatic Lanterns, 2 Excellence Binding, 2 Smothering Tithy, 4 Chemist's Insight, 4 Elite Guard Mage, 2 Kykar Wind's Fury, 2 Chandra Awakened Inferno, 1 Snowpate, 1 Banefire, 2 Electro Dominance, 7 Plains, 5 Islands, 3 Glacial Fortresses, 3 Steam Vents, 3 Sulphur Falls, 3 Cliff Top Retreats. Yeah, that's that. Let's see if we can get into some trouble today. We are pushing in ranked, so I'll be playing just regular, old school jank play today. I'm almost in Diamond 1. Once we get into Mythic, we'll start streaming that more often for you guys. I have the terrible habit of starting stream and then leaving and forgetting that I was streaming, and coming back hours later or even sometimes the next day, and my stream is still going. So apologies for that. We have a pretty quick goblin aggro, it would appear. We're gonna hold up a Spell Pierce because we can still Revitalize either way. So actually taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's get a draw in. I mean, we're getting closer, but it's a pretty slow start, to be honest. Oh, especially against this. Whoa. So we need a little bit of removal. Let's, I guess, pray that he doesn't have removal. And then hopefully we can get some chunk blockers going, right? No, that's game. I mean, it would be cool if we were 1 mana ahead and we could have dropped our Chandra there, but still not quite. There's not really too many other ways, I don't think, to ramp mana. Alrighty. We're going first. We have the Tithy, we have an Electro Dominance. We're just looking to pull a Chandra here. My phone's blowing up. People are finally starting to wake up. We're coming in tapped. My mic's in the way. I'm just going to scooch that over here. Yeah, sorry about that. Here's our planes. We're going to hold up both Shock and Revitalize, depending on what our opponent does. Hopefully it's a creature with Flash. Maybe we should take this auto pass off. Nope. That's okay. Simic is supposed to ramp. I'm not sure if he knows this. Unless I guess he is probably playing Flash, in which point he'll want to do that on our turn, but we can bait it out now with a Revitalize on his turn, because if he plays during his turn, his mana is tapped during my turn, which allows me to play on my turn, and we kind of have to like cycle those back and forth. So we know he has it. There's not so much else we can do here, though. Let's just continue to try to ramp and... Okay, so it's a cut, though. That's alright. Because we can just immediately shock this. That was a terrible play on his behalf. We're really going to capitalize there. Sorry, sir. Not today. The great thing about Chromatic Lantern is that when you play it into the battlefield, you can immediately tap it for mana. He did not know that, and he cannot handle that. So let's try to get a few better matches going here. I think this is a deck archetype that we could flush out a little bit more and make it work. Like, it's full utility, and then you just have those couple kill cards that can't be dealt with, like Banefire and Chandra, for example. You have blue for the draw engine, you have white for maybe protection or life gain, depending. Probably protection, to be honest. I should maybe throw some God's Willing into the deck. We could even potentially run Feathered, but at that point, why wouldn't you just play Boros, right? I think the point of playing Jeskai or Jeskai is the fact that you have so much utility available to you. 2 Chandras in the draw hand is really heavy. Like, we're halfway there in land, I guess, and we can cast an Absorb, which is great. But, like, these are just dead cards. We'll see what happens. hopefully it's not elementals. A lot of the times when I do get a Chandra going, it seems the opponent is just playing elementals, and it's like, wow, at least I can play an emblem. Alright, so we do pull a Chromatic Lantern for our first draw, which is really nice. Just increases that ramp a little bit. Risen Reef's pretty aggressive. And like I said, an elemental, so we can't wipe it with Chandra. A second Absorb, which is always a good time. I mean, he has so much value though, it's going to be hard to keep up with counters. Like every elemental played is either a ramp or a land. And to be honest, I think we're just going to let him have it. We can wipe that with our Chandra. Excuse me. I'd like to hold up the Absorb. I'm not sure what he can play. A Sailor on my turn. We're gonna allow it, I think. It's not a elemental, so that's okay. I started this new thing where I tuck my keyboard in and I hold my hands on my lap so I don't press the spacebar immediately. It's a pro tip for anyone who's new to Magic. Take your hand off the trigger. Oh my god, another Risen Reef. So that is something I'm going to want to counter. He gets a pretty nice swing in on me. We're still only at 3 land. He's taking his sweet time. All right. That's 4. This would be 5, and we had maybe have a chance to go to 6. Let's hold out one more counter. See what we can do. The beauty of this tail could be the curse from the beginning of us having 2 Chandras, because we're going to want a -3 on the first, and he could wipe it potentially. And then we'll be able to use our second for, you know, the emblems. Not sure what kind of connection this guy's on. He's running this on a 2002 HP. I don't even know. Laptop that's been dropped. Don't you dare. Has he been holding counters on me this whole time? No, okay. That's fine. So we did also draw an Electro Dominance, which is a lot of fun, because now we can cast, well actually no we can't. We'd need to cast it for 8, and we're not doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not happening. Potentially with our second Chandra, we could bust in with Electro Dominance. This is more of when we have the Tithering Tide and Smothering Tithy, sorry, and Kykar out, and then we have all the extra mana available for us. Okay. We still have 13 health. This is still a match somehow. Okay. A little bit of a jank deck, in all honesty. You don't normally see Llanowar Elves and Druid of the Cowl. So it can be countered. We're going to wipe his field. We'll probably lose our Chandra next turn, though, because Risen Reef's going to survive. Who knows what else he'll play on our turn here.
Who I am, and no one is telling me what to do. Get out of my way.
His field.
Or,
I might even survive, right? I mean, potentially, even for 5, we could deal 6 damage. Or sorry, no, 3 damage. Counter a spell and gain 3 life. That's not bad. I actually quite like that. Because it's a lot cheaper than casting for 8. And dealing 6 damage. Whereas we can cast it for 5 and deal 3 damage, gain 3 life, and counter a spell. Not that Chandra's not more powerful, but it's just good to have options, right?
Like someone's getting a little
Let's toss
sweaty.
that out. Grab some life, draw a card. That's our turn. We could elect a dominance into our second Chandra at this point. I'm thinking more Electro Dominance combined with cheaper spells. Right? That's a lot more fun than I thought it was previously, because we could be casting that with our Revitalize, etc., etc. Let's just hard center this. Grab some more life. He does have a pretty thick mitt still, so we don't want to call it yet, but having the ability to throw multiple tokens on does help. Because we can put him up to 3 tokens and deal 6 damage.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
Yeah. So our... Oh. Yeah.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my flames.
So we tossed him up to 3 emblems.
No
We drained
pressure.
our hand. So we're gonna let the game end here. We also dealt 6 damage to him, which was really nice. He's taking 3 each turn. And that's gonna stack even further as the game progresses. So he's on a 3-turn timer at most. Dealing 6 damage next turn, so he's actually on a 2-turn timer. It's game. I've spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen. What a misleading play there. We got a little bit greedy, and maybe that could be the second lesson of the day. Lesson 1, pushing your keyboard. Don't slam
Everyone
buttons.
knows the bigger explosions
Lesson
are more
2,
fun.
don't be greedy. Draw that shit out. I mean, we are pretty lucky. We have mad counters on him, and we get a draw here. Main phasing it. And honestly, we could even just re-electro dominance him. Almost, couldn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We hit him for 4, and that hits him for 3 at the beginning of his turn. Right? 1, 2. Hit for 4. We'll pay that out. We're just using this as a damage card at this point. Do you think he can kill us this turn? That's my question. I, for one, do not. 13 damage with the green and blue deck is pretty hefty. He could potentially gain some life with a Hydroid Krasis. That would be a wrench into our plans for sure. No siree, Bob. So we got to see Electro Dominance in play. Let's try to get Kykar involved here a little bit more. My internet is just gosh darn awful. It's crazy. I'm barely being able to stream. In the moment I close down my torrent program, the speed on the stream fires right up. That's hilarious. Oh, is there anyone here this morning in Twitch? Aloha, everyone. I'll throw this over here so I can chat. It's kind of a similar situation. I mean, it's like a bland hand. It's not any fun. It's all in the power of the top deck now. So we're gonna always try to hold up the Spell Pierce, work our way into the Lantern. And then if we Electro Dominance for 4, which would be 6, we can get our Chemist's Insight off. Boros Beatdown. It's not going to be good. He knows I have a Spell Pierce. Interesting. Let's just try to ramp past it. We could Electro Dominance this thing, even. I was thinking potentially integrating more chromatic lanterns as well and just running solo mana. Oof. You guys. So let's grab them here. Wipe the field. We can still hold up a Spell Pierce, which is pretty nice. Ooh, the Hammer Dropper. Now this is something I'm gonna have to Electro Dominance. 4, 5, 6. We can, is it any spell? Yeah. So we're gonna pay 4 for Electro Dominance this time. Target his Hammer Dropper. Pay the 6, and we are casting our Elite Guard Mage. A little bit of a wombo combo there. I'm sure he's happy to have witnessed that. So again, we're falling in love here with Electro Dominance. I think we might be visiting the deck editor and focusing more on this, because that's a really good interaction. I'm not sure I want to blast my Excellence Binding on his Healer Hawk, at least not yet. Yeah, we'll get the attack in. I could Spell Pierce him if he has some sort of shenanigans to play. He does, for sure. Interesting. Yeah, so he's gonna kill me regardless. Okay, nice. I think we're still in pretty good shape. We drew Chandra, so GG's, RIP's, easies. So for such a bland hand to begin with, this has really turned out to be a powerhouse of a round for us. Admittedly, he's not running a top tier deck, but again, neither are we, so 'tis only fair. That's that. He doesn't even want to witness the rest of our fury, which is totally okay. Maybe I can get SP Arcata on the horn here this morning, and he'll play around with me. Let me see if he's up. He's gonna love this. Would have started waking him up to play Magic. The request has been sent. We pull a Banefire. We have a Chromatic Lantern. No Kykar though, which is... I mean, we can't complain after last round. Let's just take it and see what magic comes our way via the draw pile. We have an Absorb available on turn 3, which is also pretty nice. So this could be mono white, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing for us because we could Chandra wipe everything. We also have a Flame Sweep. Oh my goodness. Passionate... No, sorry. Yeah, Impassioned Orator. This guy will not shut up. Oh. Let's just push for it. That's 4. We're dropping 5 next turn. And then we only need 1 more land. And hopefully we beat him to a Venerated Loxodon, right? That would be less than ideal. He's really going for it. He's just landing. That's okay. Just so much life gain. It's aggressive. Oh, it's not a land, but we're still gonna deal with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we're going to Electro Dominance Absorb next turn. So you'll see how powerful this Electro Dominance combo has been. Right? So we're seeing Dawn of Hope played. It's a pretty nice card. And we have 5 available, so we're playing this for 3. We're sniping out this Impassioned Orator. Paying the mana, casting our Absorb. He did play something, did he not? Yeah, Dawn of Hope. I'm losing my mind. I didn't see it here in the stack, I just see my Electro Dominance. There we go. So just increasing value here. A little bit anyways. Still gets to flip his Legion's Landing. Oh! It's pretty nice, except for we just wiped it. He's pretty happy about that. He's like, yes, he's absorbed. I can still play my Resplendent Angel after I flip my Fortress. That's game.
Let's get toasty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need to cast it for 5 or 4, sorry. There's no need to be too fancy. Let's get rid of that angel. And we can go as far as blasting this Vanguard as well. There's no need to leave that on the battlefield. And now I only have 13 life, so he is not in that bad of a position. Kata is already at work. What a hustler. Get that bread, G. Okay, so this is a little bit awkward as well. We need to remove this 100%. I suppose we'll just -2 on his Johnny. Keep field advantage, and now we'll play our Tithy. And we can actually go as far as Revitalizing on top of that, which I'm down for. Spreading the gap a little bit further. I mean, unfortunately, we weren't able to put another emblem on him last turn, but 'tis okay. So this is quite funny. He gave us the mana to cast the shock with. Like, to me, that's hilarious. Like, he literally provided the fuel for that fire. We can go ahead and put a token on him here.
Oh, looks like someone's getting
Our opponent now has
sweaty.
2 emblems. I call them tokens sometimes. And we do have our Smothering Tithy, which he neglects to trigger again, and we will continue the onslaught of removal slash counter spells. And just winning with these lovely Chandra tokens.
It's not too hot for you.
I'm not sure what all that life has gotten you now. I'm already up to 19 again, which I find amusing. We've got 2 absorbs and a revitalize in the pocket. It's 9 life gained, which is pretty cool. Now this guy's just pulling our leg. Who's playing Charmed Stray? Get real. So we're just continuing to power up. To be honest, I don't care about these guys. You can
Let's
just
get toasted.
have the life. I'm going to increase these tokens till you cannot even handle your life. So we've seen really good play of Electro Dominance and Chandra so far. Kykar is yet to really show himself so much, which is unfortunate. Of course, we'll block his lifelink character.
Okay, jeez, enough.
We're going to have more mana than we ever know what to deal with.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
Take the attack, why not? Just speed this whole process up a bit. We have so much life at this point, he's not going to do anything about it anyways. I would really appreciate pulling a Banefire, or did we already use our Banefire? We did. Only 1 Banefire in the deck. Potentially we should probably increase that as well, right? A Healer Hawk. That's okay. Good game. Pure Electro Dominance, indeed. There's nothing like dealing 3 damage, countering a spell, and gaining 3 life. That's pretty groovy. Even dealing 4 damage, drawing a card, gaining 3 life. Like, we're talking big value here, you guys. That is like, it's gonna be here. This is gonna become a staple. If I'll make it a staple if it doesn't happen. We have the Tithy again. We have a binding to limp us through, and we have Flame Sweep if we get aggroed. So it's looking pretty smooth, I think. We're gonna bait, obviously. Pretend we have a Spell Pierce on hand. Let's look at our Spell Pierce to read it. Still no play. This is interesting. I have to go to the bathroom, so I can barely think. We have nothing really to play for 3. It's an instant. Let's just let's go in slow. Enter tapped. I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Alright, Assassin's Trophy is pretty gross, in all honesty. And let's draw some more blue. Red. We want red, we want red, we want red. Decline, decline. Oops. I don't even know if we have any mountains in the deck. Let's try to punish him for that. We'll make any color mana we want, bully. Remember, kids, keyboards in, and what was our second tip? Oh, don't be greedy. Okay, so we've established we're playing against a jank version of Field of the Dead or Scape Shift, I'm assuming. He did give us the land as well, which is Chandra is double. We need to draw ourselves. Mountain. And we're going to hold on to Flame Sweep for quite some time. I'm wondering if we should bind his Elvish Rejuvenator, because this Excellence Binding's not going to do anything for us anyways, I don't think. Or do we just... Let's just go for the draw. Let's get these lines. Okay, so we have them there, at least. And as long as he doesn't play another Elvish Rejuvenator, we're not punished for our mistake. Not that I'm going to call it a mistake yet. It was a good play. Okay, so this is a little bit aggressive. That's why we keep Spell Pierce on deck. What a way to waste your whole turn. Let's keep ramping. Let's see what he does. We're not scared of you. By playing our Lantern, we have access to everything now. Let's see what he does on his turn. We have 6 mana available. A Krasis. That's pretty nice. We are able to stack quite nicely there. Let's draw some cards here. What's all this mana for if we don't use it? Oh, cancel, actually. Let's start this way. I didn't realize that was my jumpstart. Counter's Insight. Couple of lands, okay. So we actually want to cast our Binding here. Right? Walk that out of play. 4, 5, 6, 7 available. So let's keep it moving slow. We have a lot of mana available. A Liliana, eh? No, that's pretty cool.
I am the master here. Rise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 land, and we need 8 of it. Yeah, this still works. Guard Mage is nice. So many options, you know what I mean? So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna cast this for 7 on his Liliana. Woo! That's aggressive. He's gonna love seeing that. And let's just get right in there. Screw it.
Oh, defeat. What a drag.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation. No pressure.
We're gonna play a land and hopefully we can revitalize when he gives us a token. So we've assumed complete control over the Scape Shift deck. We're holding a Flame Sweep in the pocket, so whatever he does, we've got him covered. Okay, so he's starting to ramp. Which is okay because we can incorporate a couple Chandra Blasts with a Flame Sweep. We might hold on to that shock because it could be the difference. Right?
Wow, annoying.
So let's throw another token on them. They're inescapable.
Let's get toasty.
Let's get a defender out and a draw plus some life. Oh. That's so damn greedy of us, you guys. I think that second Flame Sweep should seal the deal here. What he's up to, I do not know. He's really, really, really gonna appreciate this. I'm gonna nuke him right now before he's got any mana to buff them past 2. You can hear his dreams breaking through the computer. It's like a little bit static feedback. There it is. Oh my gosh. Alright. I mean, I should really call it quits here, but I haven't gone to showcase Kykar yet, which is who this deck is about. So one more time, we're gonna aggressively mulligan to get a Kykar here, you guys. We've been showing complete dominance in the regular play. I'm sure we can play rank matches with this. I just don't want to waste so much time because climbing to Mythic does take a little bit of time, let's be honest. 2 Kykars. My prayers have been answered. We're gonna need a little bit of land as well, but this is a good start. One more land, baby. Or lantern. Oh no, it's Naya Feather. We're gonna get beat down so hard. This is gonna be sad. Oh no, he's paying life for things. Don't do it. We're gonna run for our money here, kids. Literally. We're so screwed before we can even get going. Shoot. He's gonna hit us for 100 here. He still gets the token on him, which is great. He's got more. This guy. Just the world's, you know, most optimal draw. Wow. Wow. Ten life. This is so screwed up, you guys. I have to use it to block. This is so screwed up. I'm sure he can somehow still kill this turn, he's just not. You gotta give it trample, friend. Come on. Yeah. GG. Woof. So, one more for shits and gigs. But essentially, you guys seen how Kykar works. It's gonna basically be the same thing as Smothering Tithy, but instead of artifacts, they're 1/1 creature tokens that have flying. So, still just little dummies we sacrifice for mana. The flyers are nice in one way, but in another way, not so hot, if you know what I mean. I've been thinking also of integrating Imperium Eagle into the mix. Now I know that sounds weird, but I think I like it because so we're running Kykar, we're running Elite Guard Mage, right? And then we'd be running Imperium Eagle, and that could maybe even potentially open up room for Storm Tamer. Just for a little bit of extra countering capabilities. So we do have a Kykar here. We're going to be very shy on land, though. Oh, gross. So we should have opened with our planes, then we could have went Steam Vents and then played Sulfur Falls. But I guess it doesn't matter. We're there anyways. We have absorb capability. So if he plays, we absorb. If he doesn't play, we revitalize. And hopefully we draw another land next turn for our Kykar. Ooh. Okay, let's get that draw in. There's our land. That's perfect. Here's another. We have plenty of blue. Let's jump in right away with our Kykar. And we did get lucky enough to pull Banefire as well. So we need to survive this turn. Yeah, that was easy enough. So we can play this, hold up our Spell Pierce. And let's get an attack in here. So every little bit of flying damage we get in lessens the amount of mana that we need to finish with a Banefire. Right? You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna counter that because I need that mana, son. And we get a little bit of extra flying capabilities as well. And again, same thing. We're holding up 2 absorbs, and then if nothing's played, we Chemister's Insight for draw. Right, just countering this again. Getting a little bit more mana and a little bit more flying damage. So, oh, come on, man. You should have let us do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Yeah, we could have killed him. It would have been cool to show you guys. So that's that. Kykar on the field. You hold up counters and use draws if you're not countering. Removal when you need it. You guys got to see how powerful Electro Dominance was. I'm going to go ahead and clone this deck. I'm going to make a couple changes to it. I think it's good, but I think we could make it better. I would love to see Imperium Eagle in there. Such a good card right now, especially with Elite Guard Mage and Kykar both in there. Our only creatures are flying, and that would even bring in a little bit more of a creature base for us. However, this spell-based version did work really, really well. So don't shy away from just playing that. Let me know if you seen anything you would have changed, anything that you really liked. I'd love to know. And we'll see you guys all again tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And more importantly, have a great day.